You better lose yourself in the music the moment you own it. You gotta let it go. You only get one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow. This only opportunity comes once in a lifetime. I know I chopped that up, you guys, but you understand what this video is about. You see the title. Sometimes you only get one shot. Sometimes you only get one opportunity to do what you need to do. Sometimes you're only in the right place at the right time one time. And this video is a message for you that you are in the right place. You are, or if you're not in the right place, you don't feel like it, you are in alignment with the right place. You are coming into a new territory in your life that's gonna be new awakenings, new revelations, new blessings. It may feel like a curse. It may feel like you're going through some phase in your life where you're feeling unworthy, where you're uncertain, where you're not sure about yourself. But I'm here to tell you that you are just one revelation, one idea, one speech, one motivational speech away from you realizing that everything is going to be okay. And you know what it needs? You know what you need to do? You know what you need to do? Just start. You know, if you want to write a book, you need to write one page. You need to write one word. You need to write one letter. Like that episode in SpongeBob when he was trying to write his essay so he can get extra credit. He wrote the, and that's where it starts. You need to write the first word. You need to post the first video. You need to get the first step onto the treadmill. You need to take the first step outside and start walking. You need to take the first push up and start doing more. And all it is just one little piece of ice, one little piece of fragment that rolls down that hill and snowballs into a huge avalanche of your dreams, of your success, of everything that is for you, that is meant for you, and that is supposed to happen to you, through you, and for you. You know, I know that in life we have these challenges, we have these moments in life where we feel like, dang, is this really happening? Is this happening again? Like, it just feels like I'm never getting up. It just feels like I'm never succeeding or I'm never getting where I want to go. It feels like I'm always giving more of myself out and I try to do the right thing, but it always gets blown up in my face. But I'm just here to tell you that don't stop trying. Don't give up. Don't give up on yourself. You know, love yourself, please. And love yourself in a healthy way. You know, look at where you want to improve and increase your strengths. Look at your strengths and see what is going well for you and improve that thing. You know, don't let nobody make you feel bad about who you are. You know, laugh at it. Just laugh at it. You know, just don't take it to heart because it's not you. It's how somebody else is perceiving you. You know who you are deep down in your core, and you know that how others perceive you is just a way that they are looking at you. It's just one perspective. But you know, maybe that can be helpful. Maybe that is them, maybe that is you looking at the mirror of what you might see in yourself as well. Because if you're taking in what other people's opinions are, you may believe that about yourself. But all you have to do is just look in a different direction. Look in a different perspective. Look at it from a different angle. And then you will see yourself in a different light. Literally, figuratively, everything. And this light, it'll carry you to the end of the tunnel. It'll carry you to the end of your life, to the end, which is the beginning. The beginning is the end. It's right now. The journey is the destination. You know what I'm trying to say? I hope you do. And I hope I'm making sense because it's all coming, flowing, and channeling through me. And I want this to give you chills. I'm trying to give you something that's going to give you chills, something that's going to change your life because my life has been changed. I see it. I know that everything is not going to be always sunny, sunshine and rainbows, and I'm not always going to feel 100% the best, but I feel great. I feel really confident in what I've been doing in my life lately. And I know that I have achieved some type of success that only I can obtain. You know, I can't compare myself to anybody else, but I have conquered myself. I have conquered different versions of myself. I have conquered different mindsets of myself, my past self. And I had to give myself love. I had to give myself grace. I had to let myself feel the shame and I had to let it go because I know that there have been many times in my life where I was so hard on myself, like, I can't believe you still here. I can't believe that you doing this. You're never going to amount to nothing. You are not worthy. And you know what I need to tell myself? Hey, I love you. And that part of yourself, that aspect that you think is yourself, that's not you. It's not the whole you. It's not the accurate you. The you that is you, that at the core of you, that one is true. That one is kind. That one is love. That one is open. That one is intelligence. That one is caring. That one is kindness. That one takes risks. That one tries new things, learns new things, expands new things, teaches new things, loves new things, and everything else can be cast away. Only what you focus on grows. So I'm choosing to focus on the good, the God spell, the gospel, the God within me, the Christ consciousness within me. And I choose to believe in that. I choose to follow it in every step of my path, because once you become in the midst of the Lord, then you are being led by the Lord. You are grabbing onto that garment and it's leading you to paradise. Like Jesus said, you will be with me in paradise. You have to be in the mindset. You have to be in the being, in the spirit of being saved to know that you are. I know it's scary sometimes. I know we may not know how we're going to get to that place, but really it's all in your heart. It's all in your mind. You know, if you are free in your mind, you are truly free. Freedom is real. Freedom is real. Freedom is real. You get what I'm saying? Freedom is real. It doesn't matter if you're in a cage. It doesn't matter if you're broke. It doesn't matter if you're living in your car. It doesn't matter if you have to move back in with your mom. It doesn't matter if you were in a relationship where you thought it was loving and you guys broke up. It doesn't matter if you got cheated on. It doesn't matter if you got into a car accident. It may feel like you're trapped, even if you're in pain, physical pain, you know, emotional pain, you know, but it's just a different thought. It's just a different mindset. It's just, do you have the choice? Will you make the choice to allow the space for something to change? That's all it takes. That's all it takes. You know, it just, if you just sit there and allow yourself to feel more than you're feeling, not less. Don't tune your feelings out, you know? Accept them, sit with them, and I would say, in a way, be neutral, but don't be nonchalant. I know sometimes I can have a very nonchalant attitude. People have called me apathetic, or, you know, it's hard for people to read what I'm feeling. And I know I do not show how I'm feeling on the surface that much. But it doesn't really matter what you show on the surface. It's really what you show yourself. Like, what you know about yourself is true. That is true. So to me, I know who I am, and I know who I have been being, and I know what I want to be, how I want to show up. And so I just got to show up how I want to be shown, how I want to be perceived. So I have to be in alignment by taking actions and by saying things in a way that is me. And this right here, it's me. It's me at the fullest. I'm definitely being myself currently, wholeheartedly, unapologetically, lovingly, caringly. And it feels great. And I want you guys to do the same. Who cares if people think you're weird or crazy or if you're doing too much or yada, yada, yada? You are who you are. And you know who you are at the end of the day, the beginning of the day, at its most basic level, at the deepest level, at the core. Because that's always been you. And that always will be you. You know, there's always this little voice in our head that tries to plant doubt. Try to decipher that voice. You know, and the voice where it tells you to do the right thing, sometimes it's hard. It's small. And you might be questioning it a lot. Should I do this? And 9 times out of 10, you know the answer. You already know the answer. It's just agreeing with that answer and doing it. You know, don't beat yourself up for doing the right thing. Don't beat yourself up for being in alignment with who you really are, for being an artist, for being a creator, for being a spoken word, for being an open book, for being a free spirit. You know, like, I try to realize that everything is God. Everything is fragments of that. Everything is little bits and pieces of the whole. And it's all a mirror. We're all a mirror of the oneness. There's only one. It's just you. But you have to remember who you are. You have to remember who I am is. You have to remember who I am is. And once you know who I am is, then you got the key. You got the key. You got the master key. You're unable. You have the key blade. You have the key in the sword that will unlock any lock, that will cut down the darkness, that will bring the light. Again, if you guys are Kingdom Hearts fans, you guys know where I'm going with this, but that's my favorite game. It's allowing me to speak so clearly right now and so confidently, and to you it may sound like rambling, but at this moment I'm having the most clarity I've ever had in a long time, soberly, unassisted by any type of anything except awareness, true, uninhibited, unintoxicated, pure energy. And I'm just so happy. I'm so grateful. And with this, I want to give back. First, I have to give back to myself. I really feel like that's where a lot of us miss out on. A lot of the pure souls, we try to look out there. We think something out there. I didn't like that little jingling against my jacket, but I didn't like that out there. Well, out there is where we're trying to fill ourselves with. We're trying to use alcohol, drugs, success, validation, attention, people's opinions, relationships, anything besides us. Everything that is within us. Because everything is within us. Every experience that we have is from our perspective, your perspective, my perspective. It's within, not without. So when you try to fill things from without, you will go without. But when you feel things from within, you're filling yourself from within. Your cup is full. You don't need anything else. There is no need to chase anything. Everything is coming to you because you realize you can let go. You don't have to get it. You already have it. It's with me. It's always been me. It's always been with me. It's always been with you. You get what I'm trying to say? I'm not being... You have to be self-centered. You do, in a way. You have to be selfish, in a way. You have to realize that them is you, and you are them. And that's all it is. It's just one. That's all who you are being. Is everything. Is all things. All ones. The one has to come back to zero. The one has to come back to nothingness. The one and the zero. That's 10. That's the God number. That's you. That's the on and off. You get it? The zero and the one. You get it? The on and off switch. When you turn a computer on and off, you need to be reset. We just need to be reset. Set. We need to set. We need to settle down. We need to settle down in our hearts. We need to settle down in our minds. We need to stop doing so much. And I know I just said that it's okay if you do too much, but like, just realize you don't have to do anything. You don't have to do anything to get anything. You don't have to try so hard. You don't have to figure out anything. You have to know. Like, stop overthinking it. Just do it. Like, you already know what you need to do. If you need to go to the gym, you need to go to the gym. If you need to stop smoking cigarettes, just stop. And realize it's just because it's for you. Do it for the love of you. Do it because you love yourself. Do it because you want to live. Do it because you care about yourself. Do it because it's for you, man. Like, make yourself happy. Give yourself some grace, man. Like, oh, man, it's just, it makes me sad, but it also makes me happy. It makes me sad that, like, we can't realize this sooner, that it's just you. Like, all you have to do is just look within and give yourself some love. And hug that child version of yourself. Because when you were a child, that was just you. You were exactly who you were gonna be. You know, they say, like, once you get to your 30s, a lot of people, they don't change their mindset. They become who they are gonna be for the rest of their life. And I feel like I'm trying to do the exact opposite. Like, I always know that the trueness that's within me is gonna stay constant. It's gonna be the standard. You know, it's gonna be the baseline, the foundation. But at the same time, who I've become, it's gonna change. It's gonna change, and it's gonna align back with the original one. But it's like who I've become. The ego is like it's a fake. It's a counterfeit of who I always was. Because when you become an adult and you become adulterated, you know, this world, it'll try to change you. It'll try to taint you. It'll make you feel like you're not worthy. You know, just, I know this channel is about the money. It's about why not money. You know, the value is within you. You know, the all the production, all the economics, store of value. Oh, Bitcoin's a store of value. Gold's a store of value. The dollar's a currency. It flows between. Dude, do you know, like, these debates and people talking about all this stuff, you know why it makes no sense? You know why none of this shit makes no sense? It's because people made it up. We just all made it up. Value. We made up the word value. Store of value. I know they mean container of value, but value. Value in and of itself. I know it's semantics. I know it means just something that means something to somebody, something that is precious, that somebody wants. You know, they'll give something for that. It's, you know, it's what they need, possibly, like food, water, shelter, stuff like that. But it's a feeling. It's a feeling. It's something that's intangible. Even though we can make the word for it, to put it into words, that's why people don't even know what money really is. Money's the store of value, but money is the representation of your dreams. It's the representation of your time. It's the representation of your energy. Like, yeah, we can show what you did with your energy. You went to work, right? But why'd you go to work? Money represents that. Money is your freedom. This world has tied your freedom to money. And that's why we're slaves. That's why we are slaves. So it's not just that money will help you become more free. You need money to become free. Like in this society, if you start attributing things in your mind and your identity to the society, you will need money to be free. But there's also people who don't have money and who are free. But like if you want to be free, where you could do what you want when you want, you got to get it. But you're not going to be able to get it unless you feel